Out of the 195 countries and 10 microstates, which one is the best? When I say the best country, I mean the best, okay? Iceland levels of security, Saudi Arabia levels of oil money, and even America levels of gun violence. That was out of pocket. But I mean, if Iceland can do it, why can't America? Think about it. But to actually find the best country out of them all is gonna be hard. So I need to make some criteria. This is what I'm pretty much gonna do with my countries. Like right now, let's go. Wow, he's so cool. Literally me. You should subscribe. Winky face. That time lapse you saw was pretty much a recreation of what actually happened. What actually happened was way longer, way more stressful, and just plain boring. The columns, criterias, whatever I decided to name it, I ended up with 10 of them. 10 individual criteria. That would take me like 12 hours to research. So guess what I did? I ended up getting it to only 4. By just stripping it to its core. What do you need for a society to function? I envision these criteria as pretty much pillars, right? And one of those pillars is actually quality of life. Quality of life is pretty much how good is a human living in your country. Is there any fascism? Is there any discrimination? Is there any racism? And actually at the top of this list is pretty much just called countries, right? And in the other 3 pillars as well, you will always see at the top of this list at least one cold country. What I mean by cold, I mean close to this point. The second pillar I'm actually gonna be talking about is safety. I mean, you can probably understand this if you're a 50-year-old or a 1-year-old. Moving on to money. And also another surprising thing that's not really surprising, I know it's weird, don't question it, it's how high up Germany's on this list. It's like number 4 in the world. Germany being in the top 5 or top 10 really encourages anyone to pursue their dream. Because Germany had a dream once as well. In the 1930s, 1940s, to take over the world. And they kind of did. It's just crazy. It shows you kids, you need to follow your dreams. They will end up happening in a way or another. This last one I've actually come upstairs to talk about. Why? Because this background is cool, you can't even lie. You probably don't care about that. Anyways, what can I say about climate? I mean, it's pretty much what you expect, right? Greece being in like 2nd place, Portugal like being in 1st, Spain being on the list. What would you expect, right? This is one of the few categories Iceland ranks pretty low in. What is actually surprising about this? Australia is ranked number 9, right? With number 9. So Australia has the 9th best climate to live in, which I just don't believe, okay? 70% of its land is literally the microbiome badland. I'm not gonna give you the 1st and 2nd spot yet. We're gonna work backwards. First nomination. Denmark has been there from the beginning, okay? I mean, you can find Denmark on pretty much any of your lists, so we gotta put Denmark number 1 in the nomination category. With Sweden. Even though I kinda hate Australia, I have grown a new passion for it. You know what? I'm gonna give one of the nominations to Australia. You know what? Scrap that. I'll give the place to Norway, okay? Norway has been there since the beginning. Norway, congratulations. Denmark, Sweden, and Norway have made the list. I said I'm gonna work backwards. So now we're at the number 3 spot, which is actually Iceland. Even if it wasn't number 1 in all the categories, a majority of them it was. I mean, 3 out of 4 is pretty good, okay? And it can't really control the 4th aspect, so I'm gonna give it the number 3 spot. the number 2 spot is actually France. I didn't really want to include France on this, mostly because I hate France. Yeah, but from the beginning to end, it has almost always been there. So you know what, I'ma give it the second place. The first place is one that you wouldn't really expect, as I said in the beginning. It's actually New Zealand, which is crazy to me because New Zealand doesn't really seem noticed. Many maps New Zealand even isn't drawn. But all in all, it has ranked number 1 or close to number 1 in pretty much everything. Those are all the spots. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. You can watch other similar videos here. And the Simpsons
It's like a me. Elliot got water dripping out the ceiling. Oh my god, boy, he got a Glock. Oh my god, boy, that boy on top.